For 1 second, I debate leaving the restaurant altogether. Seeing Steve with someone else hurts too much. But then I remember why I'm here. So I gather my courage and push down the pain. We'd like a table over by the window, if possible. The hostess smiles.
Of course. Right this way.
Luckily, we have to pass right by Steve's table. So when we're a few feet away, I burst into laughter and playfully slap Tom on the arm. "You're such a flirt, Tom. We haven't even had dinner yet." Tom doesn't respond, and I see that he's distracted by a passing waitress. But then I feel his eyes on me. Steve. And as if I'm magnetically drawn to him, I look down and meet his gaze. He looks shocked, hurt. It's as if he can't believe what he's seeing. He's holding his glass up, frozen in midair, and his lips are parted. Tom and I pass his table, and I seethe to myself as we're seated. How dare he have the nerve to look hurt? He's the one on a date with someone else. I pretend to peruse the menu, but my eyes keep going to Steve's table. He's staring at me, too. I watch as he leans down to whisper in his date's ear, so I tear my eyes away.
Where's the waiter? The sooner we eat, the sooner I take you home.
When our waiter finally makes his way over, I order a bottle of wine. That will make this date seem serious, right? It works, because when I look over to Steve's table, he's glowering in our direction. I should be happy my plan is working, but when his date reaches over and starts rubbing his arm, my vision turns a jealous shade of green. I reach out and rub Tom's arm in response. "You look really good tonight, Tom." The words are dry in my mouth, but Steve might be watching, so I keep a fake smile plastered on my face. Tom smirks, and I hide a cringe.
I knew you'd come back eventually. Knew Bernard couldn't keep you satisfied like I did.
Uh-huh. I barely hear him. I'm too busy looking over his shoulder, where Steve's date has a hand on his arm. I grab a bit of bread and dip it in olive oil. Then I hold it out to Tom. "Try this. Doesn't it look delicious?" Tom makes a noise that I'm sure is supposed to be sexy.
What's gotten into you tonight, Elle? Not that I'm complaining. I can do foreplay.
He leans forward and eats the bite from my hand. I look over and see Steve's fist clench on the table. Our eyes lock. And again, there's that blatant hurt in his expression. But I force myself not to feel guilty. I'm doing exactly what Steve's doing. This is fair game. We're just friends, after all. Steve's date reaches over and uncurls his fist. Her eyes are gentle on his as she whispers something. She's so pretty, and it's clear they have a close relationship. My jealousy flares bright green. I kick out my legs so they're touching Tom's. That's a romantic thing to do, right? But he almost jumps out of his seat.
Jesus, Elle! Those things are pointy.
I quickly move my heels back. Sorry. He grabs his glass and takes a gulp of wine.
Just so we're clear, you're paying for dinner, right?
Before I can answer his question, a shadow comes over our table. Tom and I both look up at the same time. Steve. His face is seemingly calm, but I can notice a tightness in his jaw and coiled energy in his stance.
This looks cozy.
Tom chuckles in response, then leans back lazily in his chair.
Well, look who it is. Sorry, Bernard. Elle's with me tonight.
Steve ignores him and keeps his blazing eyes on me.
Enjoying your dinner, Elle?
I sit up straight and force myself to look him in the eye. I am. Enjoying your... I make exaggerated air quotes. Frat stuff? A muscle in his jaw tenses. This time, I let him see the pain in my eyes. I show him how much his lie hurt me. Tom reaches over to grab another piece of bread.
Huh? We didn't have anything for the frat tonight.
I cross my arms and smirk at Steve. my anger returning. Yes, I think that's obvious. I tilt my head to the side, then gesture over to his table. Your date is very pretty, Steve. You should probably go back to her. I doubt she'll be happy if she finds out you're over here talking to a former fling. Steve looks genuinely stunned.
Former fling? Elle, what are you talking about?
He waves a hand at Tom.
And why are you here with him? I thought we...
The hurt in his eyes has returned, and that sets my blood to boiling. We're just friends. Friends who are allowed to see other people. A fact you made abundantly clear today. Steve shakes his head, looking utterly confused.
See other people? When did I say I wanted to see other people?
I rise up from my seat and throw my napkin on the table. That's the thing. You didn't say. Was this your plan from the beginning? Keep it casual so you could sleep around? His hands shoot forward, as if he wants to hold my arms, but is too afraid to touch me. Well, he should be.
Of course not. Yes, I lied about what I was doing tonight, and I'm sorry about that, but...
I hold up a hand to cut him off. Save it. Hearing him acknowledge that he lied brings tears to my eyes. All my emotions rush to the surface. You don't owe me any explanations. I'm not your girlfriend. And it's my own fault for falling for you. When I see the look of surprise on his face, all the fight drains out of me. I'm going to lose him. So I might as well put the final nail in my coffin. You told me you wanted to know if I started to develop feelings. I meet his gaze and shrug my shoulders, my eyes filling with tears. Now you know.